Choosing someone to sit in the Supreme Court, I believe, is one of the most serious constitutional responsibility a president has. Our process is going to be rigorous. I will select a nominee worthy of Justice Breyer's legacy of excellence and decency. While I've been studying candidates' backgrounds and writings, I've made no decision except one. The person I will nominate will be someone with extraordinary qualifications, character, experience, and integrity. And that person will be the first black woman ever nominated to the United States Supreme Court. It's long overdue, in my view. I made that commitment during the campaign for president, and I will keep that commitment. Once I select a nominee, I will ask the Senate to move promptly on my choice. In the end, I will nominate a historic candidate, someone who is worthy of Justice Breyer's legacy, and someone who, like Justice Breyer, will provide incredible service on the United States.
Welcome back, y'all. It's Bianca Woke Up Late, and today we have some news. Ketanji Brown Jackson has been elected to the Supreme Court, and as you just seen in the video that I just showed you guys, Joe Biden was adamant about getting a black woman as a Supreme Court justice. And I just want to tell you guys how I feel about this subject in general. I tried to avoid it when he announced it. I didn't know it was going to happen this quickly. It was like 4 weeks ago. I was going to make a video about it and how I felt about it, but I didn't see it happening this soon. But now that it is official tissue, he did in fact elect a black woman. I have mixed feelings about it. I mean, obviously I am also a black woman, so it's kind of like a toss-up for me as to whether or not I like this. It's like, yes, we have accomplished something historical, a black woman justice, but I feel like him announcing it a few weeks ago as like, hey, I'm going to elect a black woman president, we have an open seat, it's gonna be a black woman. I'm not gonna lie, I feel a little bit offended by it. And I feel like even if it was the case of you deciding to elect, this is called a spade, a token, you just don't say it out loud, because I feel like it causes more harm than good when you kind of say, hey, I'm looking to find a diversity hire. Like, because that's what it is, and that's exactly what it looks like, and now you can't really argue that it's something else. I'm not saying that a black woman isn't deserving or qualified for the position. What I'm saying is, when you say, hey, I'm not looking at any other qualifications right now from any other type of people, white men, white women need not apply, and black men need not apply, we are only looking for a black woman. That's your physical attributes and your gender identity, your sexual orientation, whatever, your sexual whatever. It's like, it makes things very weird and awkward, because now your constituents and the public are going to look at it like, well, she's not qualified. And it doesn't help that I don't even know who this is. Like, if I'm being real, I try to follow up on politics. I try to know who these people are in all the districts. And I don't know this woman from a can of paint. Like, I don't know nothing about her. I don't know anything about this woman. And I can't really say that this is a good idea, but I mean, it is what it is. There's nothing we can do about it. This person has been elected. This is who they chose. He has already announced that this is what he was going for, etc., etc. But I feel like, in general, like, even if we're not speaking about something like this, in general, when people do like a diversity hire and they make it very apparent, it gets weird, and it makes other people feel like the person that was hired isn't actually qualified for the position. Like, no matter what you do about it, it's like, that's going to be people's like initial perception is like, well, you're just there because you're a black woman and they needed to hire a black woman because they already have 50 guys that are white. So they just need to hire you to make it look like they're not racist or sexist. You know what I mean? Like, so I feel like that has a greater effect on the outcome of people's view towards her in general, and I feel like people are going to be very harsh, especially in the very beginning. I don't see people not being harsh. I mean, people tear people apart in politics. As soon as you start moving up more and more, people just start tearing into you, start digging deep into, oh, you had a cousin that missed a loan payment 1 month in 1999. You must come from a terrible family. Like that's how people get, like, when it comes to like politics, politicians, and just this type of government in general. Like, people really get into it. But let's look at the article. So, Supreme Court nominee Ketanji Brown Jackson, a politician in robes. Already, that's a slight. That's a slight already. President Biden has delivered exactly who the left demanded. I don't know. I don't even know what the left is anymore. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. I don't even know what left is. I feel like we're left, right, center. Everyone's everywhere. Everyone's opinions are falling everywhere, all over the place since Bernie left. Well, Bernie didn't go anywhere, but like, since Bernie's not like the big topic of conversation, what is the left? What does that mean? I don't know. Joe Biden has made it clear that his top priority is paying back the liberal Arabella Advisors dark money network that spent over $1 billion to help him elect him and Senate Democrats. So he's doing what he was told to do because the money came, and it got him elected. This picture I find interesting. That is what we can expect from the future Justice. President Biden's announcement, like much of the messaging already coming from her promoters, zips quickly through resume items like her clerkship for Justice Breyer and work in private practice and a public defender. Missing are details like her work drafting an amicus brief on behalf of pro-abortion organizations and a buffer zone case in which she repeatedly disparaged the peaceful and often prayerful clinic protesters as engaging in in-your-face and chaotic activity that somehow fell short of pure speech. She also represented several Guantanamo Bay detainees as a public defender and continued that representation on a pro bono basis after moving back to a private practice. That was before her tenure as vice chair of the United States Sentencing Commission, during which the commission reduced its sentencing recommendations for crack cocaine offenses, advocated the repeal of mandatory minimum sentences, and raised concerns about demographic disparities in sentencing. So, I mean, that's also been like a huge concern for the Black community as far as Black women in high positions, is that let's be honest, a lot of Black men feel like Black women are super harsh when it comes to the judicial system when they have a place in it, regardless of the fact that it is the law, like, and they have to uphold it. And even Kamala Harris had a lot of criticism for locking up Black men, as though if Black men commit crimes and a Black woman is involved, she's supposed to just let them off or something. I don't know where the contention, like where that string of thought comes from, but that is usually the contention with Black women, especially Black women in power, that people feel like they should be doing more for the Black community when it comes to the law. And I agree, but it depends on the situation, and we don't really know all those situations. So when we read stats like, oh, Black women locked up are responsible for sending 500 people to prison, shame on them. And it's like, what are we doing? Like, come on. That's the least of our problems. So yeah, I mean, this picture itself, like, of the three of them there is so eerie because it's like just the sensibility and just feeling as a Black woman, just feeling and looking at this photo of Biden here in the center and two Black women in his side. It's giving me flashbacks of being attacked by saying like, oh, the Black woman is always with the white man, and it's like it's like, it's not even like that. And I had conversations with friends about the idea of tokenism and the place that it has, why it's bad, but why it's necessary. And it's like, at the end of the day, the Black community has gone on this trek in order to integrate, right? Not gonna say if it's right or wrong, but we went on a track in order to integrate with all folks, all society of people. And like, if the people in charge of hiring are predominantly white people or people of no color, or some other racial group of color that's hiring, and you're the first Black person that they hire, in a sense you are a token of some sort. But do you turn down the opportunity in order to do what exactly? So you say you don't want to be a token, you don't like the tokenism thing, you don't like that idea, but for Kamala Harris, for example, first Black woman vice president, first woman vice president, does she turn it down to make a statement? And what exactly is the statement that's made when she turns down such an opportunity? Just because it can appear as though she's a token, or maybe it is the case that she is a token, right? What exactly do you do here? Because usually when it comes to hiring, especially in politics, it's not like we're doing some large sweep and we're just being like, all right, well, we're gonna hire 30 Black people at once. Like, we're just gonna kick all these white people to the side, we're gonna hire 30 Black people at the banks. No, it happens over time. Like, over time, a company becomes diverse. Over time, a sector becomes diverse. But there always will be that first person in the door. Like, there's nothing you could do about it. There's literally nothing you could do about it. In my perspective, it's like a necessary step in order to be diverse, is that first person walk through the door, and then maybe they bring some people in, so on and so forth. So again, I don't agree with Biden saying out loud, hey, I'm only hiring a Black person, Black woman. But I understand that it would be the first time and he wants to do this, I also don't really believe that it's for any other reason than to look good. Like, it's like I'm trying to think of the term for it, but it's just like, it's like this intangible, like, representation of progress for us as a community. Because I'm not really sure what her position on the Supreme Court is going to do for the Black community, like, on a larger level. Like, okay, she's a Supreme Court justice, but does that mean that now Black women get equal pay in the world? No, it doesn't. It doesn't mean anything. As far as I know, it doesn't mean anything to me right now. Like, so it's like just the entire idea of just having this representation. Like, not all representation really means anything at all. Being like represented on Love and Hip Hop as far as reality TV doesn't do anything for me. Like, I want tangible things for my community. Like, I don't just want representation, and that's what I'm thinking of, symbolism. It's like symbolism, and that's what this photo does, and it's eerie to me. So, but anyway, it's that symbolism. It's supposed to be symbolic of something, like, oh, look, we've made progress as far as racism and all this other things, but are the people on the ground, everyday people, feeling this? Because yes, we have these symbol, but is that actually it? When we look into the data as to what Black people get paid, or what Black women, like, we could focus on Black women. Black women still make less than everyone. Like, so just because we're in two of the highest offices in the land, it doesn't quite account for the 20 million Black women that are living regular daily lives, making less and doing either as much or more work than their peers. That's what I want to see. I want that to be equal. I want the resources that this country has to be spread in a more fair way. Having a Supreme Court justice that's a black woman that was nominated by a man that said he was only going to pick a black woman no matter what, doesn't feel like it's giving me progress. But that's all I got for today. Like, that's just something that we can think about. Thank you guys for watching. It's Bianca woke up late. I obviously made this video pretty late, but thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.